Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kemal AA, and this is a Chelsea transfer video for you guys, where I speak about all the latest news surrounding Chelsea in the past 24 hours, and there are big stories and developments. Chelsea targeting left back Sergio Reguilon, that of course Everton are trying to sign for around £80 million. Sky Sports reporting Chelsea are going to hijack the deal. Going to be speaking about those, analysing, give my thoughts, opinions, and also going to be speaking about Xavier Mbuyamba, the new so-called Van Dijk. We'll also be speaking about Willian, the main story of this video, and how Arsenal are closing in on a deal. I'm going to sign him on a 3-year contract with the option to extend his contract, reported by all the top journalists such as David Ornstein. And we are finally going to finish it off by Benjamin Chilwell and how Leicester want over £80 million for his valuation, despite him being Chelsea's first choice left back target. But before I do anything, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, comment down below your thoughts in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'll start off with Willian, the main news story of this video, and big reports. Now, we know that Willian's contract is coming to an end. He will be a free agent this summer as it stands. He has rejected multiple contract offers by Chelsea, as Lampard was keen for him to sign because of his experience, his experience and his quality, and what he can provide depth-wise off the bench, and what he can do for the youngsters. Unfortunately, he will be leaving. Chelsea had a 2-year contract on the table 2 to 3 times, and he's rejected all 3 contract offers because he wants a 3-year contract deal at Chelsea, and he prefers to stay in London, hence why Arsenal are favourites for his signature. Now, Willian has refused another bid from Chelsea to extend his contract until June 2022. Still no agreement. Arsenal are now in talks with his representatives to sign him as a free agent. No bids from Barcelona. That has been reported by Fabrizio Romano. Here we go, the legend himself. And like I said, reported by all the top journalists. Again, another journalist saying Arsenal have made the highest contract offer for Willian, a 3-year deal with an option to extend a further year, making it potentially up to a 4-year contract offer. So big news story. And of course, further journalists saying that Arsenal hope to announce the signing of Willian in the coming days, and the Brazilian will not play for Chelsea anymore. Of course, in about 4 days' time, play against Bayern Munich in the second leg of the round of 16 against Bayern Munich, where we need a miracle in order to turn it around, which is never going to happen. Let's be honest. Willian will not be playing that. Now, there was some speculation and rumours that the reason why Willian didn't feature in the FA Cup is because he doesn't want to risk an injury, because potentially he is going to be a free agent and he may go to Arsenal, hence why he didn't play. But Lampard said he had an injury, so we don't know the full story to that. But it's highly likely at this point, over 90% confirmed, that Willian will be leaving Chelsea at the end of the season. And I keep stressing this, no matter what your thoughts, opinions on Willian are, we all need to respect him. I was frustrated by a lot of his performances. I thought that he could have been much better for us. End product was not good enough. But whatever you say about him, he's done well for Chelsea. He's been a fantastic servant for the club. 6 trophies in 7 years. He's been fantastic. He's been a really good servant. He's given us fantastic moments, brilliant performances. And for that, I respect him for that. He will always have my respect. And so hopefully the move works out for him. Good luck to him at Arsenal. But Chelsea, a new chapter begins. The era's done. We've got Ziyech coming in, Werner, Havertz, Pulisic coming through. So I'm really excited. No Chelsea fan will be upset with Willian leaving. A lot of us will be happy because his time should have come to an end a few years ago. But whatever you think about him, he's done well for us. Great servant at the club, and it's time for him to move on. But it's looking like Willian will be signing for Arsenal. What are your thoughts, opinions? Are you happy that he's going to Arsenal and leaving Chelsea? Or do you think he'd have been required for squad depth? Do you think that he'd have been a good utility player for next season? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But moving on to the new wonder kid, the centre-back, that is Xavier Mbuyamba, who is quoted the new Virgil van Dijk. Chelsea noise surrounding Xavier Mbuyamba rustling again. Seemed pretty nailed on as he was going to Chelsea a couple of months back. A fantastic centre-back with a very high ceiling, and a great signing of Chelsea put it off. Now, a few months ago, Chelsea were interested in signing him. Obviously, he is currently in the Barcelona academy. And Chelsea are really interested in signing him, putting him straight into our academy, and where he'll be sent out on loan or utilised in the academy to essentially develop and grow and become hopefully a first-team player in the near future. But from all the scouts, they've had raving reviews about him. His physicality, his attributes. Again, he's a Dutch defender just like Van Dijk, hence why the comparison. But his physique, his quality on the ball playing abilities, his interceptions, his reading of the game. He's an all-round natural defender with so much talent, abundance of talent, with a very high ceiling and world-class potential. I think Xavier Mbuyamba being put straight into the academy would be a fantastic signing. I think that, yes, in the future he can be required, and he can actually be a world-class talent. I generally believe he's a top talent, and in my opinion, a fantastic signing if Chelsea put him off. But what do you think? I'll be honest, I've never really watched him. I'm just going off, comps, YouTube compilations, and of course, what people that have kind of watched a bit of Barcelona Academy, what they've kind of said on him. So I've spoken to a few people, but I haven't actually watched him myself. So if any of you guys that are watching this now, please comment and tell me, have you actually watched Xavier Mbuyamba in some of the games? If so, please let me know. Give me a more detailed insight on what type of centre-back he is and would he actually fit Chelsea. Please leave me your thoughts, opinions. But for what people are telling me and what the scout reports are saying, it will be a fantastic signing if Chelsea pull it off. So if that's the case, great business by Chelsea, very shrewd type of business, and I would welcome Xavier to Chelsea. So let's hope the deal goes through. Obviously, there was some noise a few months ago, so obviously this has been a long time coming. So that's very, very good news in my personal opinion. Now let's move on to the next story. Now this is the one that got a lot of Chelsea fans excited on social media yesterday, including myself, because I've rated this guy very, very highly. And it was broken by Sky Sports themselves. Obviously, they used to be very, very credible, not so credible these days, but nonetheless, still a credible source and publication. And they reported that Chelsea have joined the race to sign Real Madrid left back Sergio Reguilon, who's currently on loan at Sevilla. Now, essentially, if you delve into the article, the gist of the article is saying Chelsea have joined the Reguilon race. Chelsea have joined the race to sign Sergio Reguilon, who was voted the best left back in La Liga last season. Last week, Everton bid £18 million for the Real Madrid academy product, who received rave reviews while on loan at Sevilla, helping the Andalusian club to fourth place and Champions League qualification. The news may cast doubts over whether Chelsea will continue their interest in Leicester's England left back Ben Chilwell, which I'll be getting into in the final story of this video. The West Londoners so far failed to reach a deal, with both clubs pole apart on valuation, although Leicester are believed to have softened their original demands for an £80 million transfer. For now, Chelsea have made their interest in Reguilon known and are expected to hijack and trump Everton's £18 million bids in the coming days. Now, my thoughts, opinions on the player: I think he's a fantastic left back. I genuinely do. Like I keep stressing, he's been amazing. And as you saw the article there, he was voted the best left back in La Liga last season. And I'll be honest, I've watched some of him. I genuinely have. I think he's terrific. He's got a fantastic engine on him. He's got a fantastic dribbling ability. His crossing's decent, but I think he's got really nice pace. His positioning is great. I think defensively very, very solid. Going forward, good. And he's an all-round fantastic world-class left back, and of course a Real Madrid product. But the main question is, yes, he's a Real Madrid player, but how is he getting into a Real Madrid team? You've got Marcelo, who's still at the top of his game. You've got Ferland Mendy that spent £50 million on last summer. So I guess he's not really going to be, utilised too much. And I think that it would be a big mistake if Real Madrid let go of Sergio Reguilon. But they haven't really got space for him. And I think that just like Hakimi, who's one of the most talented, sought-after fullbacks in Europe, it's the same with Sergio Reguilon. I think it'd be a fantastic signing for Chelsea. Now, bear with me for a minute. How legit is this? Now, obviously, we need to see more reports and evidence before any of us get excited. I would love him, but we need to remember that Ben Chilwell is our first-choice left-back target, and these reports are relatively new. Is it his agent, who is Kia Jorbachan? Remember, same agent as Willian, Coutinho, so we have some links there. Is he trying to put it out there to get his clients, more top clubs, which is going to benefit him and of course the agent himself, because of course Everton's interest is legit. So we need to be careful here. Is it the agent pushing the deal? We will see. But I think that if Chelsea do go for him, it will be a fantastic bargain in my opinion. £80 million is extremely cheap, absolute bargain if you ask me, and I think he's superior to Ben Chilwell. And like I said, that's the thing we need to be careful of. The first choice left back target for Frank Lampard is Ben Chilwell. But again, as Sky Sports reported, it's that valuation gap problem. It's the £80 million Leicester want, and Chelsea don't want to pay anywhere near that, rightly so. Of course, there's a long list of left back Chelsea have on the shortlist, and I'm sure Sergio Reguilon is on that shortlist, but we need to be careful. Ben Chilwell is still the main target. He's still the first choice. Chelsea are still doing their best assignments. Frank Lampard really wants him. So, this will take a few weeks. We need to be careful here. Be cautious. But let's see how this outlet develops and everything develops. But if you did enjoy this Chelsea transfer video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I will see you guys for Monday's video. Peace.